This is my problem with democracy and why I strongly believe democracy will keep struggling in Africa as a whole. The reason is because democracy didn't grow here. It was occupied from places like ancient Greece, later shaped by countries like United States and United Kingdom. But Africa, it was handed overnight. You can't just force a ruling system onto a country without understanding the structure of that country. This is one of the problems I end up facing when you do something like this. Number one is poverty and vote buying. When survival is a priority, vote becomes a currency. Food today matters more than promises tomorrow. That's why you see Tinubu exchanging vote for bag of rice, thereby taking advantage of the democracy system. Another point is tribe and religion. Instead of voting for the best leader, people like to vote their own tribe and religion. Then also you see godfatherism. In some cases, the people don't choose leaders. Powerful elite choose your leaders for you. You see a system that is very, very weak. When there is weak institution, democracy becomes performance. You get elections, but you don't get real changes. There's also slow decision making. Democracy usually requires debate, voting committee, review, court checks, and public consultations. This prevents abuse of power, but it also slow reforms. Another reason is also because opposition resistance. For example, now, even if Peter Obi wins the 2027 election, I don't think the APC senators or the APC House of Rep will be defeated easily. Most of them will still remain in power, right? They will be blocking most of the reforms Peter Obi is trying to do. That's one of the reasons why democracy hardly works in Nigeria. Another point is the short election cycle. 4 years is not really enough for you to really do major changes. So instead of leaders working, they focus on the next election, they campaign instead. That's why you see that Tinubu has been campaigning for 2 years now. Despite ruling for 4 years, but he campaigned for 2 years. So in conclusion, what I'm just trying to say is that I'm not really against democracy, but I don't think it can work in a country like Nigeria because democracy is very, very complex. And it needs the people to really understand how it works before it can be implemented. But the people don't understand how it works. It was forced upon us by the colonial masters. So it can never work in Nigeria. Benevolent dictator is the only way out. Someone that can just make good decision for people regardless of religion or tribe without being biased. That is just what Nigeria needs. That's my own opinion. You can leave your opinion in the comment section.